In a grand mansion surrounded by breathtaking gardens, a woman lived alone. Her nights were often spent wandering among the beauty of the blossoms, with stars and moonlight casting an ethereal glow over the flowers. Sitting in the garden at night felt timeless, as though the world had paused just for her. In these moments, she often wished the night would never end, as if its embrace could shield her from the solitude that awaited her inside. When she finally returned to her bedroom, she would leave the windows wide open, allowing the fragrant night air to drift in. The scent of flowers filled her room, wrapping her in a comforting cocoon of nature's perfume. Beside her, her loyal dog Lucky lay fast asleep, his little paws stretched into the air, a sight that never failed to make her smile. She leaned over, her voice soft as a lullaby, whispering, "I love you, my Lucky. Have sweet dreams, my little prince." But her own dreams did not come so easily. As she lay there, staring at the open window, she prayed softly, her voice barely audible above the gentle rustling of leaves. "God, who will be my Adam, my prince? Will I end up alone? Is there someone out there who will love me for who I am, who won't be able to live without me? I know you love me unconditionally, and Lucky does too, but I still long for the love of my king. Forgive me for asking, Lord. Even if I don't say the words, I know you see my heart." Her words hung in the air, as though the night itself had paused to listen. And then, as if carried by her prayer, she drifted into a dream. She found herself back in the garden, but it was different now. The blossoms seemed to glow faintly under the moonlight, their colors more vivid and alive. She was wearing a delicate nightgown, her hair loose and tousled, the scent of jasmine, the scent she loved most, clinging to her skin. The air around her hummed with a quiet magic, a stillness that felt like the world was holding its breath. Then she saw him. A tall, strong figure emerged from the shadows of the garden, his steps steady and purposeful. The moment their eyes met, she felt her heart leap. His warm, golden gaze spoke of love so deep, it seemed to reach into her soul. His smile was gentle yet powerful, and she could feel the weight of his longing and devotion in every step he took toward her. She ran to him, her feet barely touching the ground, and when they embraced, it was as though time itself had unraveled, leaving only the two of them. He held her tightly, his arms a fortress of safety and warmth. "My queen," he whispered, his voice a melody she felt in every part of her being. "I've missed you," he said, his eyes searching hers. "I brought gifts for you and our dear Lucky. Where is he?" "Lucky is sleeping," she replied, her smile soft, but her voice teasing. "This moment is just for us. You don't need to bring gifts. You are our blessing, the most precious gift anyone could have." They laughed together, their voices mingling with the night air. They spoke of dreams, of hopes, of memories not yet lived but already cherished. He listened to her as though every word she said was a treasure, and she reveled in the way he looked at her, as though she was the center of his universe. But as the first light of dawn began to seep through the garden, painting the flowers in shades of gold and pink, he sighed and held her face gently in his hands. "It's time for me to go, my queen. Our country needs me. You know this." Her heart ached, but she smiled through the sadness. "I've prepared your favorite breakfast," she said, her voice trembling. "You can't leave without eating." He kissed her forehead, his lips warm against her skin. "I've already had my fill," he said, his smile soft but resolute. "Your love is all I need to sustain me. Have a blessed day, my queen. You know I love you." And with that, he stepped back, the glow of the morning light enveloping him until he was gone. She awoke with a start, her heart still racing. For a moment, she wasn't sure if it had been a dream or something more. The scent of jasmine lingered in the air, stronger than it had ever been, and she felt a warmth in her chest that hadn't been there before. "Thank you, God," she whispered, her voice full of gratitude. "Thank you for letting me spend my night with my king." And as she looked out the window at the world waking up, she knew deep in her soul that one day her king would come, not just in dreams, but in the life she was waiting to share.